if I were to really sit here and say, I know exactly what I want in my life and I'm gonna go get it, I'd be lying to myself. I don't know exactly what I want. And that's the funny thing about being a woman, because a woman will dead ass lie to herself and lie to you and lie to everyone else around her and say she knows exactly what she wants. But guess what? She really don't. She really don't. And being in a situation where you feel stuck or you feel like you have to figure it out as a woman is it's very scary, okay? And I've had my doses of questioning my position. I've had my doses of questioning if I really want something in the future. And I've overcome it. I've sit there and I've taken accountability for how I feel. I am taking accountability right now. I don't know what exactly I want in my life. I either want finances or I want freedom. And women can't seem to pick one. I can't seem to pick one. We're all like confused. It's like you either want the career or you want the family, right? There's two ways to go in life. There's so much research that says, oh, you can do both or you can't do both, or there's a way to do both. You can do it. Like I am convinced it's one or the other. I'm convinced that in a certain situation in your life, it comes down to one or the other. Because if you are a single woman wanting a family, but you're not putting in the self-work to be a wife, to be a mother, and you are a career woman, you are wanting all of these lavish things in your life, you want men around you, you want women around you, you want all this and that, and you want the beauties of life, but then you want a family, you know? Like it's very contradicting, it's very confusing. And to be the woman to decide that is very intimidating. But guess what? We wanted this freedom. We wanted this choice. We have a choice. We have the choice to either be a mother, be a family, give our desire to our man, or we put it into ourselves in a selfish way, right? Like it's selfish. It's okay to be selfish as long as you are accountable for it, as long as you can be honest with it. Or you want to be selfish and put it all into yourself and be a career woman and get what you want out of life. Because you won't be able to get the perfect man that way. And this is an unsaid problem in the world right now. It's unsaid, okay? Like you can have the perfect man. You can have the perfect man. But you can't have the perfect man and the perfect career at the same time. You can't. Like, you can have it, but will it be balanced? Will it be perfect? Will it be what you want it to be? You have to imagine that, because if you're not living that life right now, you cannot argue that against me. You cannot argue against me because you're not living that life. You cannot tell me that you can balance that life knowing damn well that's not your situation right now. You either want the perfect man with the family, or you settle with a man with a career. That's literally life. That is life for a woman. And in this day and age, that is life. That is reality. That is what you were born into as a woman. That is your choice. That is your decision. And it is all about the woman's accountability. How can a woman be accountable for that decision? Why are we so indecisive about this decision? Why can't we really realize what we want? Like, I have dreams and aspirations to be a model, right? And I know when I get to that position, if I were to get to that position, I would have zero time to really focus on creating a family. I would be throwing away potential of having a beautiful family, right? And if I were to have the family, I'm throwing away the potential of being a young, beautiful model. What the hell is this decision? What is this? Because there's women out there that will say to me, You can have both. You can do both. You can have both. What kind of fucking delusion is that? What do you mean? What do you mean you can have both? Because I can watch people have both and be miserable, be depressed, be stuck in a situation. That's what I'm saying. Like, we get ourselves in a situation where we think we want that situation and we don't. We don't want that situation. So, how do you really know what you want in life? How do you know that this path is your path? How do you know this? How can you ever assure yourself that you're doing something right? You can't. You can never be certain. You can never be sure. And all these decisions that women have to make, I have to make, it's hard. It's hard to make this decision. And, men can think of it, like the audacity to think that you can, make this a whole big ordeal, that you have this as a problem. Like, this is the smallest problems of the world. Blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, think of it as a small problem. But every man's mother has dealt with this situation. Every mother of a man has decided if she wanted a family or career. And quite honestly, whenever the woman had the kids, sometimes she had to work. So she had no choice. She had no choice. And most of the women now are single mothers. So it's like they have no choice but to have the family and the career now because they couldn't decide. It's like if you're indecisive, you're going to end up in an indecisive situation. You're going to end up in a half-assed situation. You're not going to have a full, together, complete family. It's going to be a divorced family. If you don't know what you want for yourself, that's what it's going to be. And it's not always the man's fault. Women, it starts with the foundation of what you want. What do you want? It doesn't start with the money. It doesn't start with what you have. It starts with what you want. What do you want? Draw it out. Talk to it, talk to yourself about it. Like, why can't you just be honest with what you want? I'm trying to be honest with what I want. It's confusing, okay? I want to be a model, but I'm also seeing so much of my potential being thrown out the window when I become a model. And then when I become a mother, I'll throw that potential away. Like, it is such a never-ending cycle of trying to understand ourselves as women, because women, we change all the time. We change every week. We have different phases. We have so many cycles in a month that we're a different person by the end of the month. Like, the fact that we think we can make all these decisions, the system broke us, okay? The system wanted women to basically be indecisive, overspend, capitalism, and to basically throw all of the families out the window. It's disconnected. It's all disconnected from the indecisiveness of women. Yep. And that's the system. The system messed up everything. So basically, what I guess I'm trying to say is that we need to start being decisive. We need to start realizing when we are being indecisive. We need to realize when we can actually start making these decisions. Because once you start getting into your 20s, you can have control over your life. This is when you have control. But whenever you start making those really big life decisions in your life, you are stuck there. You are stuck there. You are either going to be stuck with the child and a baby daddy, or you are stuck in a position you don't want to be in. You're alone. You're in a career that probably makes you happy, but you're alone. Like, you need to understand, you need to see the full spectrum of what you really want. It's not just with the emotions. It's also logically, what do you really get out of it? And what are you giving others? What are you really contributing to the world? What are you contributing for yourself? Are you just adding to the world, or are you just adding stress to the world? And we need to understand this as women. That's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.